Mafia Mamma, out in theaters, new film from director Catherine Hardwicke, who has made such movies as Lords of Dogtown and Twilight. So that's a pretty wide gap in quality right there. This new one is a comedy starring Toni Collette and Monica Bellucci. Collette plays Kristen, a suburban mom living in America. Her son has just left for college. Her husband is cheating on her. Her job is thankless and boring. One day she gets an unexpected phone call saying that her grandfather died back in Italy, and on his request, she's supposed to go back to the funeral. She flies over there, and it turns out that Grandpa was a mob boss whose final wish was actually for Kristen to succeed him and take over the criminal empire. And the humor, of course, comes from the fact that she's, a fish out of water, wanting nothing to do with crime, but being forced into it anyway. So, from the trailer, it looked like it had potential. Unfortunately, all the best moments are already there, and the movie itself is much weaker than the marketing suggested. The script overall is not particularly funny, and the direction is strange in the way that sometimes you think to yourself, this scene should work better, but somehow it doesn't. It's like the movie itself lacks charisma. It lacks the energy to propel itself, to keep the momentum going, and instead it feels like a half-hearted attempt that struggles to maintain the energy and engage the viewer. Which is especially evident when you focus on Toni Collette, who is absolutely giving the movie her all. She's 100% in, being very energetic and lively, and it just seems like everyone and everything around her just feels flat in comparison. Like nobody else wants to be in this movie. Also, I didn't necessarily like the fact that about halfway through, the movie decides, okay, that's enough of trying to be a comedy. We're gonna pivot now and be this uplifting film about a middle-aged woman who's finding herself and learning to enjoy life again, which feels odd and doesn't fit with what the movie was seemingly building up to. It at the same time tries to take itself more seriously than it deserves, and also pretends to be funnier than it is, when in actuality it's just kind of nothing interesting in either of the two directions. Waste of Toni Collette's time and talents, if you ask me, and the audience's time, of course, as well.